Hello and welcome. Hi, this is Mr. E, and welcome you to this channel. Anyway, I just wanted to touch base today. I'm telling you, I've got a mentor, and we're doing a YouTube thing. This is the last night of it, but you're welcome to come watch it. It's like, I think it's 2 o'clock this afternoon. I'm not sure, 2 or 5. It's what is it? Galactic Spy podcast or something like that on YouTube, or Starseed Evolution channel. Anyway, we're guests on there, me and my wifey. Anyway, and that I just wanted to tell you guys about that because it has a lot of good information, and you'd like to check that out. It has a great deal of information that'll help you in your ascension journey. Anyway, I also wanted to talk about another tool that I use a lot of is I've been using for years. Is called the Recapitulation. And it's a tool the sorcerers taught me where you want to recapitulate your entire life. You start by making a list of everybody you know, and then all your belief systems, and you start making those lists, and you start going through them. You start remembering, you start recalling. You actually bring it up and into your inner screen and recall the situation on each part of your life, and then you breathe in all. You want to start with the breath. You want to start with it over on your right shoulder. You want to breathe in all the things that you left behind, and transmit all the stuff that was left with you from other people, places, and things back to source for transmutation. And what that does is that starts building the light body. Because we get down here and we start interacting with all these beings and everybody on this planet, and some of our light fibers are soul fragment. We get fragmented, and some of it's left out there, and you got to bring it back in. It's time to bring everything back in, and so it takes deep work. And so the recapitulation will actually let you see patterns and stuff. So you'll get to see your consciousness traps as well. You'll be able to see them. You'll be able to get out of them. There's another tool to help you get out of that. They use called not doing, and but the recapitulation is the biggest tool I've ever used, and it's the greatest tool. Besides just making a list, what you want to pay attention to, you want to be aware of your thoughts. And so your thoughts, you're literally, you live in a multi-dimensional reality. So if your consciousness is up here in the 4D, then what you experience in reality is in the 3D. So you're actually experiencing the past. So what you want to do is you want to be aware of your thoughts, and it's usually coming from the right side. This programmer thing, this K-fuck radio, it's always going. And it runs your life. See, that's how your exterior reality is created. Is by, it's a scalar standing wave of light, sound, and symbols. And so, what your thoughts do is that your thoughts will create that. And so that's what's created on your exterior world. So if you keep on going through the same old situations over and over again, it has something to do with a looping thought system. And the recapitulation will help you out with that. So I was happy to find that tool. Of course, there's some other tricks that I'm learning now with some coding, because you can code your field too, and as soon as you build the light body in the Merkaba, you can actually start spinning this stuff out, and that works real well. But I'm just warning you, be prepared for your entire reality to collapse, because that's what it's going to do, is it's going to collapse it. And that's actually a good thing, I'll thank God. And eventually what you'll come, what you want to do is just stop the thoughts. You want to stop the world. That's what stopping the world is your whole world collapses. But then you're free. You get to be free, and you get to choose to create whatever you want. So don't forget, once you start recapitulation, there'll become a time where you can see where you can actually create a whole new reality. You'll be able to create it. So just keep your mind on that. You can start creating. After you get done clearing it, you can start creating because there's a space. So you start co-creating. You got to listen. You got to be connected to your source, because if you see, when I start clearing this stuff, I'm clearing for all the collectives, because I've been through a lot of stuff here on this planet. There's a ton of distortions, and so I had to clear. I have to clear all these distortions, and it's just an ongoing job, and I don't think it ever ends. And so, just get used to it. You're gonna have to. It's called etheric hygiene. So just keep clearing and clearing and clearing and clearing and clearing and clearing, and see what happens. Because not only you'll start getting more energy, but you will start to be able to control your reality. So it's a huge deal, and once you get to stop those thoughts, then you can actually travel too through stargates and stuff. You'll get connection with your higher source, your higher self, and you want to maintain that connection with source and the higher self, and then you'll just be led to where you need to go. Everything will start synchronistically happening, because that's how you created it. So no longer will you have to go out chasing things, or situations, or people, or even money. The stuff will just start coming to you. And so that's how we want to create our lives. Is we want to live powerfully, and we are powerful creators, co-creators. So why not start living that way? I mean, we've been asleep for so long. Everybody forgot who they are, and I've been working on this for 20 years. So not the recapitulation. I only learned that in the past couple of years, and it's a great tool to help you. I would highly recommend just starting it. Just start by making a list of everybody you know, and keep aware of your thoughts. And every time you have a thought, it probably has something to do with the past. So you want to look at it, and you want to go to that certain, you want to visualize that certain time of your past. You'll know what it is because you start visualizing it. That's the first thing that comes to your mind. You start visualizing that situation, and do the breathing exercise, where you start with your right shoulder, you move to your left, and then you move back again. Then you want to just not breathe and just go back and forth, and then back to the middle. And that'll cut and clear all the cords that are attachments or anything like that that's related to those situations. And so it's a great exercise to do. It's very powerful. It does take a lot of time. I mean, I've seen people do wild things. They'd go they'd stay in a cave for months at a time, and do the recapitulation, because what it does is it transforms your whole world. You're no longer the same being. You start developing a light body, and so you can start to travel. We weren't meant to just sit here. Back in the past, I don't think they don't even know what automobiles are. What are these stupid things? Well, you could just translocate, and you have telepathy, so you don't even have to talk. What is this stupid language you're using? It doesn't make any sense. Everybody's using a different language. Can't you guys communicate like we used to? And so I don't know. It's kind of cool to start learning this stuff. And it's not always going to be pleasant, because trust me, you're going to start looking at the dark stuff, and who wants to go look at that stuff? But trust me that when you start looking into the darkness of your own soul, that's where you're going to find your gifts. That's where you're going to find the power. And I'm glad I wanted to start talking about these things. And so the recapitulation is a big, huge deal. I mean, it is one of the best tools I've ever seen in my life. And so I would use it every day. At least at the end of the day, recapitulate at least the entire day. So you don't, it's just because it works. And, in my honest opinion, it works. And, why not? I mean, I don't know if I'm not any guru or anything, but I'm just telling you that changed my life, and I've been living pretty good. Yeah, my plate's kind of a mess, but we're working on it, and that's just how it gets sometimes. Sometimes you start stirring things up, and all of a sudden, even your exterior reality will look like a mess. And it's just a work in progress. It's never going to stop. So, I mean, maybe once you're completely purified, then you can ascend. Yeah. But until then, better get to work, Boa. I mean, the codes from the sun are coming in, and they're changing everybody whether you like it or not. And the stuff's going to come up whether you like it or not. So you might as well be in control of it and just stay on top of it. Now I want to start doing some maybe live YouTube things and some readings and stuff, because I can see pretty well. I can connect to people's fields and tell them what they're going through. But we'll do that when the time comes. And I just thanks for watching. If you have any questions, you can go ahead and leave them in the comments. Give it a thumbs up. And we'll talk at you later. I'm glad you watched. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. I see I can't even work.